Probably.
Look at him.
So what's up with this? I mean, are they doing this shit mandatory now, or how's this shit working now?
Um, well, it's all what are you talking about? The testing? That's always been a mandatory thing for every fight.
Like,
They have to go.
like is it like randomly before each fight usually?
They can do it randomly during the fight camp, whenever the hell whatever. I think they're told
Oh, okay, okay.
what it's within fight whatever fight in competition time is considered. I guess I don't know when that starts, when the training camp starts or whatever. If you're in competition, that's when that matters to you, and that's what Chael was pointing out. Chael was saying that when you're in competition, yes, you have to abide by those rules. Okay, outside of competition, it doesn't say that you have to do this. You want to know why other fighters aren't shitting on Chael Sonnen? Because they all do it. Okay? They all do it. They know how to play the game right.
They just know how to work around the shit.
Dude, all professional athletes, and anybody who is denying that is delusional. Okay? Whatever. You're a fool. You think LeBron James hasn't pumped juice? You're a fool. Okay? You're a fool. You think Brock Lesnar wasn't on something? Or a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, it's true.
You're a fool. Okay? It's the dummies that get busted. All the other fighters at home wiping their brow going, oh, damn, he got caught. You know what I'm saying? Get off the gas, people. Stop being so naive. I mean, come on. But Chael's a piece of shit because he got caught. I'm like, man, you think they all aren't doing it? They're all going to show up skinny all of a sudden now. Watch. You're going to see fighters losing matches. It's like, yeah, man, I'm going down the middleweight.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. But what you thought about TJ Dillashaw's performance over Renan Barao?
That was a masterpiece.
I mean, whoever thought that he would dominate? It's not really what happened, because things like that happen, sometimes. But it's just it's like the way, it's like how he did it. You know what I mean? It's like how he did it was like amazing. He beat that dude. Like, this dude was like he hasn't lost a pro fight since what, 2005.
Yeah,
this dude came in there like Goldberg and beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah. Well, he Bruce Lee'd him is what he did. And I say that look, the way he moved in that movement, that's how Bruce Lee fought. If Bruce Lee was a real fighter, he would fight like TJ. He would move like TJ. Dillashaw. Dillashaw was moving in, bouncing in and out. I mean, dude, he was in like this zone of fluidity where like Barao didn't know what to do.
Right.
He was hopping in and out of his firing range, like taunting him to throw a punch. He was that quick, and not only was he quick, he had an answer for everything in a combination.
And then, do you remember that time when he got? I can't remember. I think I remember, if I correctly, it was like a knee. He got kneed and still, took a short little break, and then he still came back and won.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing too, man. And I think he made it a really uncomfortable fight for him.
He finished the fight.
He I noticed that during the fight he was mixing up his style a lot. He was throwing him off so much. Yeah. That's why he saw like he kept having like that worried look on his face. Barao did. Like even like in the early like in the beginning round, I believe round one, he just had like this really worried look on his face, like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude was like doing some amazing leg kicks and strikes and.
Man, come on! I'm telling you, that was one of the most amazing performances I've ever seen in the octagon.
So I was having this conversation the other day, man. I think that's I'll have to say top 3 best performances UFC ever, man.
Oh yeah.
Top 3 at least.
All the other ones are next to Anderson Silva stuff.
Because like how this dude was pound for pound ranked number 3 or something like that. He was pretty high up there. So, with that being said, where do you think he goes from here now?
Well, Baral's going to have to fight the #1 contender, and then, well, the #2 contender, because the #1 contender is going to get the shot at Dillashaw. So then Baral will fight the #2 contender, and if he beats him, then they'll probably talk a rematch.
Wow. What do you think about you think Dillashaw's ready for Uriah Faber if that fight goes down?
Yeah. I mean, I think it will happen, and they both. I've heard, TJ and them talk about it, but listening to TJ makes it. I guess what he pretty much was saying was that that's something that him and Uriah have talked about, and for the right money that they both would do it. Why not? It's a win-win. The belt comes back to Team Alpha Male.
And isn't Uriah Faber still wanting like a title shot?
Uriah Faber has wanted to be the champ for a long time. You gotta know that, like, he's proud of TJ. He is. But that's the same goal he's been chasing for so long.
So to me, that would make perfect sense to make that fight then. Well, I mean, Faber just lost though, right? Did he just lose his last fight? I can't remember who he fought. I could have swore he lost.
Hell no. He lost. Well, he lost to Baral. He may have had another fight after that and won.
I'm about to check that out. But if he did lose his last fight, then I don't think Dana White would throw that. He would have to make him. I mean, to build that fight up, he would. I mean, your Faber would have to probably come off of a win, though. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I think that Faber had. I don't know. I'm gonna check. I think he had a fight after the Ren and Baral fight. If the Ren and Baral fight was his last fight, that's a while off, for not fighting.
No, I don't. He fought somebody else. I just can't remember his name.
Well, he didn't lose. I know that. If he fought after that, he didn't lose.
Okay.
He didn't lose. He lost to Baral. He got clobbered.
Yeah. He also lost to.
Actually, I'm reading an article right now that says Uriah Faber, quote, "I have no desire to fight T.J. Dillashaw."
Wow.
Yeah, that's a quote that's 5 days ago on Fox Sports.
So you don't think he's ready for him?
And I don't know why he wouldn't want to fight him unless he thought he really couldn't beat him. Like, what's the point?
Right.
He says, "I don't see it happening." That's his.
What you thought about but anyways, we got that out the way. What you thought about man, I thought it was a very good performance by Phil Davis and Anthony Johnson, man.
Oh man, dude, Phil Davis got embarrassed. Okay, that's what happened.
Oh, Lee, I didn't see that coming at all. I mean, I thought if he was gonna lose, it was gonna be like a somewhat of a close, technical fight. Fucking Anthony Johnson, man.
He's rumble, dude. Rumble, dude. That guy is strong.
Dude, that's strong, man.
Very, very, abnormally strong. And he talked about it. I watched the build up to that fight, and Anthony was like, he's like, I've always been real strong. And I was like, okay, well, Phil Davis is a built guy. He's pretty big, Phil Davis is a big dude.
Yeah.
But even a guy that big was getting, Anthony Johnson was punching.
I mean, he was making Phil Davis turn away and shit. Spinning him around, Davis, I was like, wow.
He got embarrassed because he was talking all that mess to John Jones before the fight, trying to look past, Johnson, and Johnson took him to the cleaners, buddy.
So you think you think he blew his chance at John Jones?
Well,
that was the John Jones. That was the John Jones chance right there, right? Pretty much.
Phil Davis was looking good for so long, and look, it's a game changer, man. When a guy comes in and dominates the shit out of you, just like we talked about with Dillashaw and Baral, dominated. Baral hadn't lost since forever. They're talking pound for pound all around his name until that fight.
Yeah.
And then you got a guy like Phil Davis, who's beat the likes of Alex Gustaffson, who the Mauler is the man, in my opinion.
Well, speaking of which, we got 5 minutes left, so I want to cover this fight real quick. What you think about this John Jones and Gustaffson rematch? A lot of people were saying that John Jones was scared, and now he obviously signed to fight Gustaffson.
I do believe that John has a sense of anxiety and is somewhat apprehensive towards Alex Gustaffson, and he should be, because Alex Gustaffson put it on him that last fight. And I still think that, I know a lot of people don't like it when I say it, but I think Alex outperformed him for 3 minutes for 4 rounds and 4 minutes. At exactly the 1 minute left mark of the 4th round is when John landed that spinning elbow.
Right.
Okay? So and mind you, some of those rounds might have been close, but Alex, in my opinion, edged them out. He edged them out. Round 4, he's getting better in the boxing, and then, 1 minute left in round 4, and he gets caught with that spinning elbow, which did mad damage, and then he was really fatigued in the 5th round. So John Cooley, had the best of the end of the 4th round and all of the 5th.
Yeah, so I was watching John Jones' last fight. We actually did a video on that fight. What you thought about his performance?
He fought smart. That was a really good performance. That's what you do to a guy like Glover. I mean, Glover is not a guy you take chances with, but man, he dominated him.
Yeah, that was a very good. He came in there like very confident. He was doing that, that little dance or whatever, going in, walking in and stuff. But
yeah, that's tight. That's the John Jones I like. I mean, I like John Jones as the fighter and whatnot and stuff like that. I mean, I like John Jones. People think I hate on him, because I'm just not biased. You know what I mean? I judge fights, not jump on bandwagons.
Right. Yep. But so how do you see this rematch playing out, man?
Oh man. Well,
I think this rematch is going to do some big numbers, man. As good as the first fight was.
It's gonna be super huge. Man, look, I think that
what they got.
It's gonna be a harder fight. It's gonna be a harder fight, because I truly believe that Alex Gustaffson has gotten better, and look how good he was in that fight. I just believe that Gustaffson is a bad matchup for Jones any day. But the one thing I give John's credit for is that he endured all that punishment. And put it this way, this is how honest I'll be about it. If there was 6 rounds, John Jones, I can't say if he would have finished Alex. Like, he had a bunch of heart, but he was way more fresher. He would have beat up Alex in the 6th round of that fight if there was a 6th round. So I give that to John. I only judge that fight within 5 rounds, which is why I say Alex got the best of the 5 rounds by, a majority of rounds that he bested him. So people can say what they want. Now, does that mean that Alex Gustaffson could beat John Jones in a street fight? Street fight is a whole other ball game, and that's something people need to understand. So I don't know. This next fight, all I know, it's going to be a hard battle. It's going to be super intense. It's not going to be John Jones dominating shit like he's talking about domination. He said that the first fight, and look what happened. So, you know what? It's going to be a tough fight, and all I can say is, you know what? May the best man win.
Indeed, my friend, indeed. We'll have to definitely do a post-fight video when the time comes.
No doubt.
All right, man. So,